Welcome to E-Online Verse YouTube channel. We are comprehensive providers of business and technology training solutions organization. Please do not forget to hit subscribe and bell button to get the latest update of our channel.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Shyam Rao, founder and promoter of E-Online Verse and author and producer of this video on how to banish all fear.
Do the fear keep you away from dealing with situations? Do you want to know how to banish your fears? Well, it's human nature to avoid fears. However, there are times when fear disrupts your daily life. Please remember, no one is born with fear. Let me ask you a question. Do the fear of losing loved ones or a job hold you back throughout your life? There are many ways to overcome fear to make your life worthwhile. Hi, my name is Shyam Rao. I am founder and promoter of E-Online Verse, a leading global training solution organization. An organization where you can learn anything from anywhere. I have spoken in more than 500 seminars with over 2 million listeners across 25 countries. And it is a great pleasure to be with you. After successful production of Good to Know video series, now I am bringing you How to video series, where you would get a lot of insights on how to do things. In this video, I am going to talk about how to banish your fears. Before I talk about how you can overcome your fears, first you must be aware of what fears are causing havoc in your life and how to recognize those fears. It is normal to have fears. You may experience fear when you ride a bike for the first time or when you start a new job. However, I would be concerned when your fears begin to take over life and affect your functioning. If your fears are creating stress and you are experiencing intense anxiety or nervousness, then you must plan the steps that are needed to deal with your fear. The obvious question, what are those steps? First, understand the fear. Fear exists to keep you safe. Fear is not designed to keep you inactive, but to help you. Accept the fear as instructor to inform you of your actions, but not to control you. Second, curiosity. Curiosity might have killed the cat, but certainly it would not harm you when you are investigating your fears. Investigate your thoughts which create fears in you and understand how to react in that situation. Third, understand the symptoms of fear. Fear often manifests as phobias like fear of public speaking, fear of snakes or injections. When you experience fear, it affects your physical, mental and emotional state. So, you must recognize the symptoms of fear and you should plan corrective actions to address these symptoms. Fourth, realize that it's okay to have fears. Fears tell you when you are in danger. For example, when you are at edge of the cliff, you suddenly feel fearful. And that fearful feeling tells you you are in danger. It readies your mind to protect yourself. Realize that fear can be protective when you are in danger. Fifth, admit that you are afraid of fear. Most of you know what you are afraid of, but none of us admit of the fact. This resistance will only give fear more power, especially when you are running away from fear instead of facing them. When you admit what you are afraid of, the fear will get dissolved. Let me share a story with you. It seems when a tiger charges towards his prey, he lets out a spine-chilling roar. The effect of the roar is so chilling that the prey is momentarily paralyzed. And that moment is long enough to leap on the prey to kill. Our fear often operates in the same way. They paralyze you into inactivity, even though the real threat is not immediate. 6. Name the fear. Sometimes by merely stating the name of the fear, it gives you strength to deal with it. When you try to ignore your fear, it grows, but when you face it, it shrinks. 7. Understand what triggers your fears. For example, sight of a snake triggers a fear. You need to figure out everything that triggers your fear, and more you understand, the better. 8. Do not just do something. When fear strikes you, you should analyze the options and make a well thought action rather than jumping in the heat of the moment. 9. Educate yourself. If you are afraid of unknown fear, and if that fear based on speculation, then it's a good idea to examine the fear in detail. Understand the facts rather having fear on mere speculation. 10. Question the power of fear. If your fear causes you to stay in bed, for example, if you are avoiding visiting your family in another state because you are afraid of getting into the plane, you should figure out what is the power of the fear it has on your mind and behavior. Having said so much about managing your fears, I suggest you undertake the remedial measures to banish the fears from you so that you can minimize the effect on your functioning. So, what are the remedial measures is your obvious question. First, write it down. Take a pen and paper, jot down your fears so that when you start thinking about your fears, you can avoid getting into endless loop of negativity. And that negativity will lead you further down the rabbit hole and makes your life miserable. Second, talking. Often we hold back talking about our fears because we are afraid of how others might react and make fun of us. Believe in yourself, talking will help you. Share your fears with your family or friends with whom you feel comfortable. Third, reading. Reading a good book on your specific fear can open new doors on how you can get rid of your fears. Fourth, taking action. I am an action taker and I know that fears are just fears and they are created by my imagination. When I feel my fears, they become weaker because the reality is not as bad as my imagination. Let me share another story with you. When you run away from your fears, it's like running away from a dog. When you run from a dog, the dog will chase you to bring you down to do further harm. So, there are aspects of life that scares us and make us run. If you do that, they will chase us and take our lives, and those fears will not allow us to reach to our full potential. Face your fears. Show them that you are not afraid. Show them how powerful you are. Face them with courage and boldness. Fifth, watching. You should watch a movie or a documentary. This can be enlightening as reading a book. Sometimes it's nice to distract yourself from fears. Sixth, positivity. Whenever fear strikes you, start thinking of something good going to happen. Think of the positive outcome of the fear. For example, if you are thinking about public speaking, imagine yourself being widely successful. 7. Perspective. Learning to deal with fear is all about putting your negativity thoughts into perspective. you tend to focus too much on the negative. So I suggest you analyze the situation, and I am sure you would realize that we are just making a big deal of nothing. 8. Surrendering. Surrendering sometimes is the smartest way to deal with your fears. Because as long as you try to change your fear, you are in war with reality. 9. Yoga. I also suggest doing yoga. When you do yoga, you would release negative energy that got trapped in your mind and body. While doing yoga, you also release your fears without even realizing it. 10. Explore root cause. What is the root cause of your fear? Ask yourself when the fear started. When did it happen? You should explore the root cause of your fear so that you can stamp it out once for all. 11. Breathing. Your breath can set you free. It helps you to overcome your most common fears. I saved this point for the last because it is one of the most simplest and the most powerful way of overcoming your fears. Before I conclude this video presentation, I suggest use your imagination to calm yourself. It takes certain amount of momentum to deal with fear and do not let the momentum subside. When you are faced with setback, do not decide to give up. Stay determined to hold on to the situation. I also strongly recommend seeing a counselor if your fears are taking over you. A trained specialist can help you figure out the source of your fear and create a new ways of coping. Let me also warn you, never do anything too dangerous for the sake of facing your fears. Be sure to exercise safety as you confront your fears. Thanks for watching this video. So, what is the fastest way to reposition your life and not allowing yourself to be driven by your fears? Please share your thoughts and stories in the comment section. I would love to hear from you. If you like to see more videos or like to read some interesting articles, please visit my blog www.eonlineverse.com/blog.